Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Reviews. I am your host. I feel like this is an important part to bring this up. If a pum
What?
pum pum pop.
Up, 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 up,
A
up.
pum 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 pop. What does she say? Don't fuck it up. Pak
Pakak, pakak,
to pak
or however,
pakak.
something like that.
Yeah. I'm Shawn, your host. Shawn is on No Longer Vivini.
Whoa, wait, what? We're
Uh,
rebranding?
so I was in the studio the other day with my dog, and he was like, I think you're just Shawn is on because I was Shawn is on from a bunch of other stuff. So moving forward, I'm just Shawn is on. The merchandise on the t-shirts will now say Shawn is on instead of Vivini. And if you don't like it, you can call me whatever you want.
Crazy. I'm still Mel, though.
Yeah,
Some things never change.
we can't break a classic.
No. Wow, I didn't expect a rebranding right at the start of the episode.
Well,
We're all
this
shocked
this was like a 30-minute conversation I had with him, and he's like,
with your dog.
yeah, with my.
Not me, though. Not the co-host. Well, Max is the co-host in a way.
Oh, I met Ryan with
What
my
do you think?
DAWG.
What?
I was hanging out with Ryan yesterday.
Yes.
He's my dog.
Wait, you weren't talking about your literal dog?
I was not talking about doing like marketing and production
You said
decisions
you
with
were
my
having
dog.
You said you were hanging out with you were having a conversation with your dog the other day.
Yeah, my dog
Your
Ryan.
DAWG.
You my
Okay,
DAWG.
I get it. That's crazy.
I'm glad we were able to get through that. So I am Shawn, and I am here with my co-host,
Mel.
and we are reviewing another episode of Drag Race Philippines Season 3, Episode
Three.
6.
6 is correct.
First try.
Mm-hmm.
What does
Not like
dissemination mean?
what?
Do you know that? What the word dissemination means?
Um,
Dissemination?
I feel like I know it, but it's not coming to mind, so I must not.
Oh, the Willems in Alaska's podcast, in their intro they say the dissection and dissemination. It's just
The
another
act,
word, but I don't remember it.
the act or fact of spreading something, especially information widely. The dissemination of public information.
What? How do we spread? What is it if we spread misinformation?
The dissemination of misinformation, basic, like it's still the same thing. If it's That's kind of a bop.
I need to write that down. That's the new tagline of our show. You know how
The
like when you go to college,
dissemination. Mm-hmm.
when you go to college and they have a motto,
That's the unqualified review motto.
dissemination,
Dissemination of misinformation.
dissemination of misinformation. It sounds Latin enough to me.
Bars. I like it. Should tell your dog about that one.
What does Max have to do with this?
Your DAWG.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
So we move on to this episode, and it begins by talking about what happened last episode, which is a segue for us to talk about what happened last episode.
So our wonderful Jay Quinn went home last episode,
Hold on,
and
while you do this entire, I'm gonna be POV your khianna in the back shot, and they're talking about someone you don't like. So go ahead.
okay, so Jay Quinn went home last week in a lip sync against Zimba. Angel won Snatch Game, very iconic episode. That was also Kiana this episode. Last episode, she wiped the floor with Jay Quinn's whatever she left behind, which was insane storytelling, but go off.
Mhm.
And that storytelling continues at the end of this episode with her just clapping in the background, which was diabolical, but we'll get to that.
She is my evil queen. I love her.
It's hard not to stand.
She's like a little crazy, but in the best way possible.
Mm.
And that's all that happened last episode.
Yeah, well, Snatch Game, blah blah blah.
The best Snatch game ever.
Apparently.
And to go into this episode right after was like, oh no.
This episode could potentially be the worst episode of Drag Race.
History.
Is that too much to say? This was definitely the worst musical, in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I could not the whole time.
Like, we never go to Drag Race Philippines and are like, yes, the pinnacle of musicals. But
No, I'm personally not even a big musical fan in general. So this was just very meh for me.
it's crazy that, like, we were able to make a musical that had less of a story and made less sense than last season's. I didn't think it was possible, but they proved me wrong.
No, they're always doing new things in this season.
New highs and new lows.
Oh yeah, new lows for sure. This episode is definitely a low. But the mini challenge was good. They're doing like the acting workshop, the overacting. You animal! Your
Okay.
day will come.
You say it and I'll lip sync it.
You animal! Your day will come. You will rot in hell. But that times like a million.
Okay, I wasn't giving enough for you?
No. I'm not gonna sit here and scream into the microphone and wake up my dog right now. But I could do better. Just know I'm holding back right now. I'll be taking that Emmy soon.
You're gonna take that stolen Emmy. We know where it went.
I had it. It's on my shelf.
Next to when you won Drag Race.
Yeah, next to did I win Drag Race? Basically.
You won Drag Race. For those who don't know, Mel is the first winner of Drag Race.
That's my canon. I don't know if it's canon in real life. I was technically Miss Congeniality. And I am the keeper of the crown, so technically, in a way, I am the true winner.
Oh, I forgot you didn't actually win.
No, I didn't actually win because it was rigged.
Well, you should no, because it was rigged because he slept with that producer.
It was rigged because I'm a woman. And
we know Sean Paul hates women. Not the rapper.
It wasn't Shawn, it was Beanie who hates women.
But and he's dead now.
He's gone. That's his dead name.
Don't name me like that, please. Yeah.
But as you can tell, I was the true winner of that season. And it'll never be renewed, by the way. There will not be another season. Apparently.
We're not allowed to host our own drag races anymore. Not after what they did with the AI ones on Instagram.
Oh god.
And Roger the Alien was robbed. Season 23 AI's Drag Race.
Roger the Alien?
Yeah, from American Dad.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, I should see if I could submit an audition tape for Mama Odie.
You could.
See if she can get on the next season of AI's Drag Race.
You're more than welcome to.
But, like, is that feeding my art into an AI machine? And yes. Then, yeah, like, that feels absolutely. Like...
They're stealing from you.
Stealing from me but I'm giving, but to make art is to steal, but to make steal is to... Oh, no. That's it. I don't support AI. Moving on. The winner of this week's mini... Oh, you want to talk about this look?
No comment. It's her to talk about. Like, we'll talk about her look on stage. That was actually...
That was commentable. Love this hat. Want one of these hats. I want hat with horns, with ears on them. I just don't have... You,
whose line is that? Love that for you.
Angel. Love that for you. Love that for her.
So Zimba
dings her way to the win of this challenge.
Yeah, with her split and her crawling towards the camera. Good acting. And then Khianna was like, love that for you, babe. She's like, time to win another mini challenge. Not.
No, this will be, if Zimba wins this episode, it'll be the second time in a row that the mini challenge winner wins the main episode.
Mm, that's true. So because she wins her mini challenge, she gets to choose her role in the musical. So she chooses Elvie, which she explains is from a poor family. And what's the other characteristic?
We
She
haven't explained what the Rusical is.
like how do I'm trying to explain right now. We're gonna say the roles, and then we'll try to explain the plot.
This Rusical is based on something.
It's it's based on Wicked.
It's loosely based on Wicked.
Loosely based on Wicked. Neither of us have seen it, obviously, because we don't ever get the reference.
Mm-mm. You know how rich you
So
have to be to go and watch musical theater performances?
I guess you do. I've never seen a musical, or not a musical. I've never seen a musical in real
A
life yet.
cheap man's musical is a movie. You know, you go to a movie theater, you pay like what
Yeah.
is it now, $30 to go see a movie? Jesus, used to be like you could pay like a $2 and you can go Toonie
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
Back in my day, I used to go to the movie theaters for $2.
That's when you could, enjoy it. But now you have to be someone who enjoys fine art and couture just to go down to your local
Mm,
cinema, ma pow, just to
yeah. So
watch whatever they're putting on here.
yeah, well, we get to watch these. I was gonna say we get to watch these for free, but that's not even true. We have to pay for Powell Presents to watch this. Um, but regardless, was it worth or how like to less than $10 a month for this musical? Probably. It was fine.
Are you gonna be? Is this going to be one of the musicals that you bump the soundtrack to on Spotify?
No, absolutely not. There's a soundtrack, like no. I
The
don't think
soundtrack was like 4 songs, right?
I guess. Like it really wasn't anything. Like what was like do we even need to talk about the roles?
I want
Like
to
we
say
probably should.
something.
What?
In a normal musical, in musicals that are on the main series of Drag Race, they will have like maybe 4 or 5 solo songs to be like
Yeah.
for like the main roles, because there'll be more than 1 or 2 main roles in an actual musical, and then they'll have an additional 1 or 2 songs that'll be like group songs for like the ensemble, and then there'll be like 1 song extra for like the trio group that they decide to put in.
Yeah.
This is we got this felt like it was this long of a musical with this much of a story.
Yeah. There was like this was a nothing
Burger,
burger.
nothing burger, and I love
Nothing burger
burgers.
musical. Yeah, we
Nothing.
know you love burgers. But we have okay, so in terms of rules, this is what I've written down. We got Zimba, who's Elvie, who is like a poor girl. I forget the other characteristic, but it doesn't matter. There's
She's
Cheetah
a
Babe.
poor girl who's trying to raise money for her family.
Yeah, not that that's addressed in the musical,
Mm.
from my recollection, but whatever. And there's Tita Baby, who is Tita Needs, who is like the teacher in their university. Then there's Popstar, who is Mayor Joy. John, who is Cindy Offord, Awwford, not Crawford. Oh, Offord.
They're models.
And what characteristic does she have? She's pretty, and that's it.
That her only
Literally.
line.
That is literally her line in the musical. That's all that her character is. Um, Mix took Glenda, who was like Elvie's best friend, who like I don't know if she's best friend, but like she sticks up for Elvie when the other girls are bullying her. And Mix is interesting because this whole time during when they're assigning the roles, Mix is like, "Well, I don't want to say I want Glenda because then I'm gonna make the girls think I can't do another role." So she does her little mind games, and somehow she ends up with Glenda anyway. And she's like, "Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted."
It felt like where Maxie also wanted Glenda, but there was just
Hmm.
a deleted scene where she backed down, I guess.
I don't. Yeah, I guess so. So Maxie gets Professor Diamond. God
The
knows who
fucking
that is.
horse.
God knows who Professor Diamond is. I don't even remember who that is. Wait, is that the horse?
Okay, Google, is there a Professor Diamond in the Wicked movie?
Sorry, I don't understand. But I
Oh
found
my
something
God,
else.
Google.
Do
No!
you want to know what happened to
No,
the main
okay,
professor
Google.
No.
in Wicked?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't even know. And then
Yeah,
is
and
that
Diamond Professor was a horse.
Angel? Oh, Angel was somebody. I don't know who she was. She was definitely there.
She was the slutty one.
Yeah, but like
Angel.
that's kind of that's kind of it. So we have like what is the plot of this musical?
I find it insane when a judge says, "Oh, this character feels like it was too much like you, like the characters
Hmm.
aren't written for them."
There's literally a character called Tita Needs, and there's a penguin called Tita Baby.
Yeah, and there's literally a horse and Maxie's in this, so that
Yeah,
was destined.
that was that was written for Maxie too. But like the plot to me is that they're at a university, the gorgeous university as they call it. Everyone is bullying LV slash Zimba for being ugly slash green.
And
Um,
having demon wings because they're
yeah,
fairies in this.
yes. And then um, Glenda slash Mix pulls her aside and she's like, "I'm gonna give you a makeover," and she gives her makeover, kind of. I don't even know what happens there.
I
And
just
then she's like, "Oh, I know. We have to bring you to Mayor Joy. She can fix you." Mayor Joy is Popstar Bench. And Mayor Joy is just like, "I can't fix you. You're ugly forever." And she's like, "Okay." And then she flies in the sky and she's like, "I'm beautiful the way I am." And then it's done. Did I miss anything? Like that's my understanding. She flies in the sky and just accepts that she's beautiful the way she is, even though nothing was resolved.
did no
Like
one talk about the
how
fact
did she
that
come to that
Zimba's
conclusion?
wig was trying to like leave her face?
It's just
Now why was Zimba's wig on strings before she was?
yeah, this was I don't know. I didn't feel any particular way about this musical. I didn't love it. No, there's no really standout roles for me. Like I enjoyed Popstar Bench's facial expressions and she was fun. I think Zimba did a good job overall with like a bigger role.
Do you think she didn't
And
glue down the wig because she had to go on a runway next?
I guess I have no clue. You really fixate on the wig.
Well, look at her.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of hard to miss.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting screenshot. I can't even comprehend. I
No, this is
can't.
no, that's her telling you you're ugly, you can't fix it. And Zimba's like, no. And then in the next scene, she's
You cannot be
flying.
treated.
She's flying and she's like, I am beautiful, just the way I am. Yeah, like what? Was there a deleted scene? What's the storytelling?
Oh god. It zoomed in on her so you couldn't see them putting the fucking ropes on her.
You can see the strings
Yeah.
behind her before you can even see that she's
I
flying.
wonder if there's a safety reason they couldn't spray paint the hooks black.
I don't know.
Like maybe
Yeah,
you
this.
need to see the hooks.
Mm, I guess. In case there's a malfunction.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably for her safety.
So she went in the air and said, "I'll make history," which
Apparently
is a.
this was,
Mm-hmm.
according to Khianna, I guess we could talk about Untucked as well, but Khianna was like this, she was not lip syncing well, especially during this part. And something about her toes not being pointed on, like something like that.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of like nitpicks. But I don't know.
I
And
don't.
then all the other characters, they could have been, like, what were their, did they have any lines?
I'm pretty.
That's the one I don't remember. And then Angel's like, I'm popular and hot. And that's her, I think that's her only line.
And
And
Kiana was, "I'm Fairy Campbell."
yeah, like what? Who are these
Naomi
characters?
Campbell.
Who are these characters? Like what? Yeah, there were like so many roles that just didn't even need to, like, if they were removed, you wouldn't even notice.
Is this like some sort of monkey's paw curling? Because I was like hoping and wishing for Winx Club representation on the main stage, and this is what I get.
Yeah. Never get your hopes up.
What the fuck? It feels that way because these characters have nothing to do with the plot of this musical, but they have such like a Y2K fairy aesthetic that feels very Winx Club inspired to appeal to me, but it feels shoehorned in for no reason and doesn't work. Like a Candy Ho edit. They said like a Candy Ho edit? Do they know what that means?
What does that mean?
A Candy Ho edit is a queen who has less than no screen time.
Oh. She better be compensated for using her name.
Candy Ho lip synced twice on Drag Race, and the times when you see like all the times Candy Ho was on screen on her season, it's Candy Ho, you are up for elimination. That's how it starts.
Wow. Insane.
Like a Candy Ho edit, girl. That describes this musical pretty good. It needed a Candy Ho edit.
As in, it shouldn't have existed.
Mm-hmm. I'm beautiful,
Yeah.
I guess. You're seen.
What
Hallelujah.
How did she come to that?
Okay, so this was ChatGPT, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this whole musical was ChatGPT, right?
Yeah. There's no other explanation.
I'm like looking at this and I'm like, Drag Race terminology that doesn't make any sense and doesn't fit any way. Has no story. Characters are just in there. It feels like they said make musical with characters and use slang from RuPaul's Drag Race. And like the only song that felt kind of good was the song that was in Tagalog.
Yeah. So we couldn't understand it.
Well, it's yeah. I think probably if you speak the language, you'd be like, this shit seems hella AI generated too.
Yeah. It was not good.
They all should have gone home for this.
Like, I don't even think it was their fault, though. The script was just not great.
It can't be.
Or
No,
they-
like my biggest problem with this entire piece was not any of their performances. I thought all of their performances were hella passable. It was the fucking writing of this musical made no sense.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Ah.
Oh,
So let's talk about this look.
I really enjoy this look. I love what we didn't see here. She had like a really nice hat. Oh, there it was. Really beautiful silhouette. Love the big shoulders.
beautiful look.
Yes. She didn't make it though,
No.
but I still love it. I'm eating that look, Mama Pow.
Devouring. This is a great silhouette. I love yellow.
Depowering.
Empowering?
Depowering.
No, I'm the dissemination of misinformation.
Dissemination of misinformation.
Welcome back to Unqualified Reviews, where the S is silent and we disseminate the misinformate.
Yeah, just silent. Where's the S?
I don't see it. I hear it, but it's like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it doesn't show up on anywhere, but when you hear her, she's there.
What? Oh, that was this really weird screen what do you call it? Screenshot, because it looks like there's a hole in her. But it's just the way she's standing.
Mm-hmm. She has a skinny little leg. She's serving skinny leg.
Oh my gosh. Is there more to say about the musical? Shall
No,
we get
but
into
there
the
is
look?
to say about the looks.
The look.
What
Run
are
to
we-
the runway. Runway.
runway. All right, set it up, queen. Oh God, view, easy, view once. My mouse is actually broken, so I need to fix it, but I just don't want to install a new mouse switch in it. So this is John.
Mm-hmm. He said this is inspired by Cardi B's Met Gala shell look.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her makeup.
Gorgeous, painted. Swooped.
Yeah,
Love a baby little ponytail.
I love the top of this look. I think I agree with the judges a lot with how the pant is just way too baggy. Like I thought it was a skirt until later when they're talking about it. I was like, oh, those are pants. It's just a very,
It's so rectangular.
it's a very loose.
It's
Would have
not even
really
like a
cool.
harem pant either.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoy the top half. The bottom half could have been better for sure, but I'll still be leaving on my plate. I think there's potential here.
Yeah, I will too. I feel like, it's the picnic blanket I've dreamed of.
Mhm.
The runway is blanket?
Mhm.
Well, it's a blanket.
It's Kumut Couture.
Kumat Couture. I'm leaving this on my plate as well. Next up, we have. Is that Kian? No, that's Zimba.
I like this look too.
It's a cute look.
She said she was queen of the jungle. I don't really get that. I don't get jungle from this, but I do get glam. I love the big coat, the
Mm-hmm.
tight dress, the hair, everything. What is there
Yeah,
to say other than I love it? Also, the green hair is a really interesting choice, but it goes well.
I was thinking, like, I was sitting here thinking it's like, I guess it's a sort of. This peachy color, I would say, is like a pale neon, which is very, very interesting. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then to match it with this neon green hair to sort of bring these like saturated color in, I really, really enjoy because you have the much more muted forest green on the stems and then the
Yeah.
blue in the eyes. The colors have been thought about. I enjoy. It's like a punch of sourness when you bite into a candy, that green hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
eating
also
it.
like, I like that it doesn't look like she's going to sleep. Like a couple of the other ones are like feel like sleepwear. This feels like, oh, I'm going to the ball or something
It's a
like that.
gown.
It's a gown, yes, very
Hmm.
pretty.
It
I
feels,
love
yeah.
that. I'm eating it.
Let's go on to the next look. We have Kiana.
Uh,
She pissed herself. Someone pissed here.
I'm trying to understand this look. Well, she has the pee bucket. I understand. 'Cause growing
What's.
up,
Uh huh.
my grandma had like a pee bucket in her. No, stop. In her bathroom, in her apartment bathroom, and she told us we need to like wash ourselves with it. Like you don't pee in it. You like put it in the shower and then rinse yourself after you go to the bathroom with the pee bucket. So I think is that the reference? I don't know if that's what it is or if that was just a weird experience. But
I think I kind of understand. It's like clean water.
yeah, it's clean. It's like from the sink or the shower,
I
and you
mean,
just rinse
calling it a
yourself
pee bucket
after.
is insane.
Yeah, they call it a pee bucket because you like clean your pee off your body. It's like a little mini bath after you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's like a little bidet system.
Yeah,
That's
but if we
understandable.
but
It's
she didn't
just
have a
hella
bidet.
funny.
She didn't have a bidet, so we're just washing our butts out with the pee bucket.
uh,
Yeah, so I guess that could be what it is. Like, because also actually I don't know what it has to do with sleep time though.
I think it's just, yeah, what's the blanket got to do with this? And she
I
has
don't know.
mosquito. She's got the big hair clip in and then the mosquito repellent earrings.
I don't get the mosquito. I don't know what's going on here. The pee bucket, I understood immediately, but
Of course, the pee bucket, the
the
reference was iconic.
it is a bit iconic. I don't know if that's a common experience, but like maybe it is. If they call it the pee bucket, that's what it was for. But yeah, I love the big claw clip. That's exactly how I wear my hair when I go to sleep. Mm, I think there's just a lot going on here that I don't understand.
Hmm.
Like the big claw, I'm eating it, love it. The pea
Love.
bucket, I love it. Eating it, washing it first, but eating it. The actual look, I don't really know. Like I like the cover up. I don't love the green underneath.
It's a little see through.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be.
giving, but I think overall I'm leaving it on my plate.
I think very similar boat for me. I
Mhm.
like the cover up. I like the pea bucket. I think the
Yeah.
concept is nice. The hair clip is like honestly, I would eat it just for the hair clip. The hair clip is so good.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think I don't really. It's a lot of references I don't understand as well. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it on my plate. Next up, we have Maxie.
I adore this look. I
It's
thought this was one of the best of the night. And when I saw that she was safe, I was like, wow, we're not going to talk about it? That's fair.
they didn't want to talk about her being a horse.
It reminds me of like as a teenager, you'd like I'd try to style my hair. I'd get like get sock buns or like twist like robes. Like, what is it called? Like sock curls. Have you ever done that? Or
Yeah,
known someone who's done that?
yeah, I've done something like that before.
That's kind of what it looks like she's doing, especially in her hair.
I thought it
And then
was
it
more
goes
like
down.
tie dye, you know, like how you roll up a shirt, a white
Yeah.
shirt, and rubber band it. It was giving very tie dye to me.
Oh, it could be that too. I just thought it was like, oh, she's doing like a heatless curls type of thing.
And I saw the tights, and they were ripped.
I love the rip tights. Yeah, this is super cute.
I love how she uses the rip tights in circular patterns to sort of get that round circular shape into her stockings that she has all over her look. It's just so smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure.
Big eat.
Big eat.
Next up, we have Mix Chanel. Now, Mix, I told you that dress was too long, hard, heavy, and, you know, bulking. It's gonna knock you
Mm.
out, and we saw at the end of the episode it knocked her out.
Well, it's debatable if it knocked her out or if she just gave in to the fall. If she just
The
let it.
inertia, the
Yeah.
weight.
I I love a big silhouette, so I enjoyed this overall. I love the little mesh see-through thing on her face
Veil.
too. Yeah, veil, there it is. Little kitty color, almost. That's cute.
It's
Yeah,
very magazine.
it's very big, very grand.
I could
I
see
love
this
it.
shot.
Yeah, very pretty.
It's
It is
re-
giving blanket for sure, though. It feels like she just has a huge blanket on, which that's the runway, but maybe it could have been a little bit less poofy.
I like for this that like every okay, we are all playing with the same sort of designs layout when it comes to the fabric itself,
Mhm.
but this pink color she chose to use is like it really stands out compared to the other looks, along with this like beaded floral what do you corset that mimics
Mhm.
the floral designs but in a more saturated sort of color scheme just by the nature of them being like gemstones. I
Mm.
it's it really elevates the piece for me.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
Full
I guess
eat.
the only thing is maybe it's not the most creative thing. I feel like I would have probably done something very similar. Not as well executed, obviously, but I think it's kind of the first thing I think of when I think of blanket couture.
A lot of
But
Mix Chanel's looks remind me of like if Alice in Wonderland did drag sort of vibes, like she could wear any one of these.
hmm I'm still eating it.
Next up, we have Angel
hmm
with we've seen this kind of silhouette on her before where she has one leg out, big heels, sort of like really to
Yeah.
asymmetric one side. So I see what the judges are saying when they're calling her on this. Um it's definitely a different take.
Yeah. I think it's different from the other looks on stage. Like
She's
it's less poofy, for sure.
way
But
more
again,
constructed.
yeah. So it does like the colors are kind of the same, but the silhouette is different from what you see.
hmm
But I agree with the judges that we kind of just we see the same thing from her. And she also chose like a pretty safe musical character too.
Yeah, very much a background character. But didn't she
Well,
want to do Glinda first?
yeah, that would have been good for her for sure.
And she was like, I gave the role to Mix, and then they were like, why'd you give her the role?
Yeah, like what? I don't know why she did that on stage. Maybe to get some brownie points. But
Yeah, but unless you're the one baking the brownies.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you bought the brownie mix, you put it in
Hmm.
the oven.
If
Yeah.
you're not the one handing out the brownies, I don't know why we're even talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on my plate. I think mainly because it's like more unique compared to other things on stage,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not loving it.
Mm-mm. Love the little extra gem sparkle jewel with the
Of
inter.
course.
Like, that's thoughtful. It's not just a bunch of glue dried fabric into one direction. Like, it has the sparkle element that it's looking for. It has the creative shapes. It's not just sharp edges along the sides. Like, they've been hemmed and cut all appropriately. I just leave it on my plate because the technique is there, but the final concept does not fully bring it home for me.
Mm, yeah, agreed.
Next up, we have Tita Baby.
Hmm.
Angeria's design challenge look. What are you doing here?
I guess the concept is like a businesswoman, kind of, but like made of like blankets, which I think is fun. I just don't love the top piece. It's a bit too long over her crotch. It feels a bit weird to me.
Yeah.
The pants, I always like a good pant. I think they're okay.
I
Just
don't
mainly the
know.
crotch area is like,
I don't know how I feel about a look that's all one fabric, all going the same way, but the main
yeah,
sell is it's trying to be an interesting silhouette. And I don't think
yeah,
this is interesting enough a silhouette to make an idea like this particularly work.
that's valid. Definitely not super unique, but again, a little bit different from what other girls brought.
Unique? No, I do not think that this is.
Unique New York. Sorry for trauma.
That's crazy. I was doing Beyonce and you were doing Trauma.
Mm-hmm.
The world we live in. Yeah, I'm leaving this on my plate. It's not
Me
even
too.
my favorite orange look there.
No.
Next up, we have. Okay, so this one's gonna take us a second.
I don't like this belt that she's got on.
Oh yeah, let's go through one by one. I don't like this look. I don't like this one either. This one's okay.
Okay. Oh.
She's
Oh, she's
sleeping.
just on the floor.
Why didn't she wear her jacket, big jacket, longer? Why did she take it off at the end of the runway? Or at the
I don't
beginning of the
know.
runway?
I don't love any of these looks.
Yeah, there's something very Mamma Mia about each of these.
Unique New York.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's offensive enough to send it back.
No, I would
Could
never
be.
do something like that to Popstar Bench.
I like Popstar Bench.
My cat in the other room is saying, send it back, though.
Your cat?
My
Is it
cat's going,
is it
meow, meow.
CAWG?
Yeah, my CAWG, my cat. He hates these looks, but I'm not gonna be so mean. I'm just gonna leave them on my plate.
Yeah, me too.
My cat's
I
kind of
think
a CUNT.
yeah, I think Popstar did great in the challenge. Sure. The runways have left a little bit to be desired, but she mentioned before that it's kind of just she didn't really get what she paid for, what she wanted.
Yeah.
And like we said last week, what can you really do? Like you brought your runway package, you can't do much to fix it. You can try, but like
At
she's
the end of
got
the
the house
day,
like
if
that.
you spend money to get your runway package, the chances are you probably do not have the skill set to fix the issues
Yeah.
that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just say I'll leave this on my. She's beautiful, gorgeous. Every face you can tell she's so happy to be there. A sleepy concept for a runway, pajamas. They're blankets. I could see the vision. Like the vision was there. I just don't get this. Even this. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? I feel like I'm trying to find the what is it supposed to and then something else, but I can't get past the what is it. Like what is where are you going? Why are you going? Who are you going with? Like this outfit gives me none of that. If this outfit gives I put it on to reveal it to this outfit,
Yeah.
which gives I put this on, I put pants on so that when my next reveal is a long skirt that comes from my boobs, you will be surprised because the silhouette changes. And then she goes and lies down on the most interesting garment. Like, why did she leave the big jacket? I feel like we're forgetting has a pillow instead of a hoodie attached to it. Like it was the most conceptual part of this entire package, and she took it off in a place where no one could truly appreciate it.
Yeah. Sounds like you want to send it back.
No, listen.
Your cat does. Your CUNT.
My CUNT does. My CUNTCADGCONTOBG wants to, but I won't let him. That is all the looks though.
Oh, we're blasting through it.
Well, there are only like queens.
Yeah, there's only 8 queens remaining, or 7 after this episode.
Top 10.
Yeah, we're top 8 now.
Top
So-
8 queens.
What happened? In Untucked, Khianna and Maxie were talking, and they thought, or at least Khianna thought, that Zimba was going to be in the bottom. And did they think Popstar was going to be in the top? I don't know who they thought was going to be in the top.
Honestly,
there was-
I
there was
could
some
see it.
talk.
If they
There
were
was
like
some talk about Zimba not lip syncing well, and then like not doing a good job while hanging, or like a bunch of other stuff like that. Yeah.
I could see a world in which Popstar was in the top for this challenge. If they just would lighten up on the outfits with her. Jeez. Set her to a standard, okay? Clearly, you have set her to too high of a standard runway-wise. That she's simply... You have to adjust your perspective. You have to adjust your standards at the end of the day. And then when you get to the end, that's when your standards can be high as hell, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's hard because I almost said Kahana. Kiana's right there,
And she do be setting the bar.
and she's setting the bar really high.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really tough. They're nitpicking at that point. So then everyone comes back, and Zimba's super happy, and Kiana's like, wait, I have to say something. And then she tells her that she thought she was going to be at the bottom, and it's like a little bit messy. It's like, it doesn't feel like the right time to be doing that at all, but yeah.
It's
then
insane.
And Zimba's like, oh, so you can see me as competition, you want me to go home. And Kiana's like, no, that's not what I said. But like, you didn't tell her something that would have
Otherwise.
helped her win or helped her do better. So clearly, like, this is a competition. If you want to win, you want the other girls to go home. There's no sugarcoating it.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
it didn't make sense for Khianna to be like, oh no, I think you did a great job. But I don't want to go. I don't want you to go home. What are you talking about?
It was, for me, where I feel like there was a from Kiana's end was she should have doubled down and said, yes, I want to see you go home. It's a competition. You hear this speech plenty of times. Not many times by the queens who win, though. Where they're like, we'll probably be friends after this competition, but this is a competition at the end of the day. We are here to win something. And then queens who are like, so you were never my friend in the first place. You were playing some kind of game the entire time. When it's like, what? You girl, how do you not know what you done up signed up for? They already done did this girl. You know, like you watch the television show and you're like, the girls only ever seem to be really, really friends, like doing the post tour stuff.
Yeah.
Like during the show, they're mostly for the most part nice to each other, but that's just a common
Bonding.
courtesy. You don't have to be nice.
Yeah. That's true.
They're nice out of common courtesy. They could be messing up your mental every single day for the fun of it to ensure that you go home. But instead, she chose to do it during Untucked right now. So
Yeah, it's a little bit messy. I wouldn't have done that personally, but at least she tells it to your face, you know?
she told it
which
to
is-
your face and told it like if I'm Khianna, a psychopath in this moment. Kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just stirring.
I'm kidding.
I would be like, everyone says she's in the top. She thinks she's in the top. She's in the top. So anything I say doesn't matter right now. You know? Like, I can just say, like, I don't think she should have been in the top because I think she was sloppy. And my
Yeah.
opinion, and Khianna knows that in this moment, her opinion doesn't really matter because she's not the one putting people in the top or in the bottom.
Yeah.
So she's just saying it because it's like, yeah, my opinion doesn't matter, but this is how I'm feeling and I'm going to say it. So she felt that, she said it. Now, whether that has consequences later down the line mentally for Zimba is not something Khianna in the current moment is thinking about. And that is where this mind games accusation comes in when people are like, oh, well, you're saying this now when she's in a place of comfort to get her out of that place of comfort. And it does knock her out of the place of comfort. And honestly, it's games all the way down, baby. What, you mad you can't play? You mad you can't play?
Crazy.
Insane. Like, actually mind games.
Yeah, and then Zimba wins the episode. Good for her. And then just the shot of Kiana in the background, just
Let's see
slow
if we can get
clapping,
it.
looking like a little bit surprised, which is
We
pretty
can-
funny.
Oh, I just realized you can't see.
It's okay. Ooh, I just feel bad for Zimba because this is her moment, and Kiana really just
It stole
got
the show.
in her head. Yeah, it really got in her head and like made her feel like she didn't deserve it. So it's like, oh, then she thanks God, and it's a whole thing. Kiana's face in the background says it
Oh,
all.
yeah. The thanking God was, to each their own.
hmm
That's all we get. But
No,
thanks
I
to
guess-
God.
I guess we won't get it.
No.
So then that leaves Mix Chanel, who gets safe. She was in the top though. She was safe this episode. Then we have got Popstar, John, and Angel. Bottom three.
Mhm.
Angel is reminded that she needs to show something versatility, but she's safe.
Mhm.
That leaves Popstar and John in the bottom.
Ooh.
And that seems like a fair bottom. Like, I don't know who I would have chosen personally. This is like we said, it was a very nothing burger.
I mean, if
of a
I was
Rusical.
writing a Rusical and I wanted to write a role to put a queen in the bottom, I would give her one line that said, I'm pretty.
That's true. Like, what could you have done with that line? I thought she was fine, like with what she was given. The runway was not great, but was it better than Popstars? Yeah, probably. But Popstar beat her in the Rusical, so
Tomato, tomato,
I guess at the end of the day, it's the challenge that matters more, I guess. It's never clear.
No.
But they do a dramatic lip sync. Popstar does another reveal.
Do
which
you
is
believe in reveal after reveal?
Mhm.
I accidentally went too far. It's playing the next episode.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There isn't much to say, but Popstar wins. It means John goes home, and Jiggly Caliente doesn't give a fuck. She's
Jiggly
going home.
Caliente wins the I don't give a fuck competition, sending John Fedelaga home.
Just had the resting bitch face the whole time that John was doing a little speech. And it could have been she was just holding back tears, or it's just her face. So like I don't know, just listening.
That's just her
But-
face.
But it was crazy. Just seeing her just staring. Everyone else was bawling their eyes out. She's just looking gone, being like, get off stage. Oh,
So
That
go
was funny.
subscribe to John Fidalaga's YouTube channel.
yeah, we should.
We should. I feel like we're probably missing out on a lot of content. But YouTube doesn't do auto subtitles, so we might need to actually learn how to...
Oh.
Well, that'll be a worry for us on another time.
Yep.
We're at the end of our episode here.
Wow, amazing.
Your
Thanks,
mother
everyone.
is a queen!
Your mother is a queen.
Oh no.
What?
I wasn't recording audio that entire time.
Are you lying?
I am.
Thank God. Can I get an MA?
Can I get an ME for that performance?
No.
Oh.
You get an MA though.
MA! Goodbye, everyone. See you next
Bye.
time.